Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. First up, it's Women's Health Wednesday with Femme Medical Spa. And today I'm taking you inside of their practice, sitting down with Dr. Ashley to learn about her newest machine called ExoMind. Then it's Women's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial. And today we are having part 2 of our conversation. If you're having a newborn, we have a financial checklist just for you. And a little bit later, I'm taking you inside of Academy Sports and Outdoors to learn about their Summer of Fun, this event that's coming up, and how you can save 20% on your purchases. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Femme Medical Spa. Welcome back to Women's Health Wednesday with Femme Medical Spa. And today we're going to talk about a new innovative treatment called ExoMind. And Femme Medical Spa is now offering this, which helps with symptoms with menopause, hormones, and so much more. I'm going to chat with Dr. Ashley Scott about these services. Let's do it. I'm now joined by Dr. Ashley Scott, who is the owner of Femme Medical Spa, and Zakia Birch, who is their lead esthetician. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
So good to see you.
Thank
Looking
you.
so
Good to
pretty
see
in
you
your
again.
pink.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so today I'm thrilled to be at your location as we discuss something really exciting. I know that you have a whole family of devices and you added a new member.
Yes.
Tell me about ExoMind.
So we added ExoMind back in December in our practice, and it's the device that I think I'm the most proud of. I'm the most excited. It has become my new baby.
Okay.
And I love it for so many reasons, but the biggest one is that it is an introduction to a non-invasive, FDA-approved treatment for mental wellness.
Mental wellness is something that we all look for solutions for. And why do you feel that this device is so strong?
Well, just from my own personal experience, having used it, I've suffered from depression for many years myself. And so this was very personal for me because, I've gone through therapy, I've used medications, but never felt like I was getting to the root of the issue. And I feel like with the introduction of this device into my world, it really has helped me to solve my depression out. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to do that for everyone,
right,
but for my own personal experience, it really did help me so much in order to, just improve my functioning. It's helped me a lot in terms of my entrepreneurial journey,
yes,
to focus, and when things feel overwhelming, it gives me like a sense of calm, and it just makes things a lot more manageable.
Okay, I love that you got those types of results. And Zakia, I understand that you have also used this machine. So share with me some of your experiences with it.
So I'm going through perimenopause. So for me, it's been brain fog. Doing ExoMind, I feel more clear. There's more clarity there. I feel lighter on my feet. I also deal with a little bit of anxiety as well. So it's just like turning off that noise and just feeling more grounded.
I love that. And the best part is that it's non-invasive.
Yes.
So Dr. Scott, tell me about how the machine actually works on the body.
Okay, so it's working on what we call the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. So fancy way of saying the left part of the brain in the front. And that is what we consider like your central hub to the brain. So it is where your mood regulation happens, sleep regulation. And so when that part of the brain is not functioning optimally, that's when you'll start to experience things like depression, insomnia, anxiety. And so what this device does is it's sitting on the scalp, you feel like a very gentle tapping sensation. It brings a sense of calm because it's sending electrical pulses throughout the brain, and that helps with a process called neuroplasticity. So it's helping essentially to rewire your brain and just wake that part of the brain up so it's functioning a lot better.
Yeah, and I'm very familiar with this machine. I love that it doesn't have any pain associated with it. it's comfortable, you relax, you know, during that process. And I love how you're incorporating it into your patients, because you treat women for all different types of reasons, right?
Yep.
And so this helps them from their hormones, from menopause, kind of break down some of the areas that you really focus on.
Yes, so now that we're introducing obstetrics back into our practice, 1 in 8 women will experience postpartum depression, but even more than that, like 3/4 of women will have postpartum blues. And you know, we now can introduce this as another option as opposed to like medication, where you can get that sense of calm back and it can help you on your motherhood journey.
Yeah.
And then for our menopausal women, you know, 60% of women in menopause will have brain fog, so that's that inability to, you know, retrieve the words that you're trying to say or focus. And more than 50% of menopausal women will suffer from depression. And so this helps with them as well, so that they can get that sense of calm, focus, and you know, you're going to spend about 40% of your lifetime in menopause. So we want to make sure we're optimizing. We want to make sure we're optimizing your health and also your mental health.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so let's talk about the treatment, how it works, like how many does one need and how long is each treatment?
So the treatment itself is 24.5 minutes. A lot of people will fall asleep during it because it calms you so much. So, you know, sometimes patients will fall asleep and we just let them, you know, get their nap in. We say the regimen is about 6 sessions. And so typically we like to see them done a week apart, but you know, you can do them closer together, further apart, just depending on the patient's needs and exactly what we're trying to resolve.
And a lot of times people are wondering, how quick will I see results? So kind of break down those first and second treatments. Will people actually see a change?
Yes, so it varies from person to person. I will say, you know, we see more than half of our patients who get this therapy, they notice an improvement right away. And then the other half, maybe it takes 1 or 2 treatments before they start to notice those improvements. But just like with anything else, you know, this is not something you necessarily need to do in isolation. It might be something that you do simultaneously with your antidepressants or simultaneously with your therapy. So, you know, we customize the plan based off of the patient's needs.
And how would one know if they're a candidate?
So really most everyone with a brain is a candidate, but we do an intake, and there are some stipulations where we say, okay, well, maybe this is not the best device for you. If you have like any metal hardware in your body, absolutely we want to avoid this. But just from a mental health standpoint, I would say clients maybe with schizophrenia, not the best thing for you, but you know, we even have patients but like who have suffered from stroke in the past. This is an option for them, you know, to help regain some function in that part of the brain.
Interesting. Okay, well, I loved hearing your perspective from an entrepreneur and as someone in perimenopause, and we have more women that we're going to speak to learn their journey.
That treatment, I was amazed. The heaviness was gone. I felt light. I just felt like, oh God, thank you.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're getting pieces of yourself back?
Yes. Yes.
This segment sponsored by Femme Medical Spa.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome back to Women's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial. And joining me today is Caleb Doan, their Vice President. And guess what? If you are expecting a baby, then you want to listen up. Hey there, Caleb.
Hey.
All right, so we're going to continue the conversation. If you're expecting, congratulations. But guess what? There is a list of financial things that you need to consider before and after having your child. And you're going to break it all down for us, part 2.
Yeah, that's right. I know we talked a little bit last time. My wife and I, we've got a 20-month-old daughter. We've also got a baby boy coming very soon here. So we did a lot of this stuff when my daughter was born, but also we're kind of thinking about how the financial plan is going to change a little bit with another child in the house. So
I can only imagine. Whew.
yeah, it's certainly
much.
a big life change. So we talked a little bit about cash flow planning and life insurance planning last time. I wanted to talk a little bit about 529 accounts and Trump accounts this time, and maybe touch on some retirement planning as well.
Right. Okay. So you all have to watch part 1, and we kind of teased it like, okay, now let's get into these accounts. So what is a 529 account?
Yeah, so this is an education savings investment account, and it has certain tax advantages with it. So 529 accounts, you can contribute the money to it. It can be invested and grow tax-free and be withdrawn tax-free as long as it's used for education expenses. So a lot of times grandparents, really love these accounts. It's good for the parents to have them set up too, but if you're a recent grandparent, maybe send this segment to your child and think about contributing to the 529 accounts. Indiana also sweetens the deal with the 529 accounts. So they have an extra tax benefit. When you contribute to the 529 accounts, you get a 20% state tax credit up to a $7,500 contribution. So if I contribute $7,500 to the 529 account, the state of Indiana gives me a $1,500 state tax credit for that year.
That year?
Yeah. Yep, for that year, and you can do that every single year. So it's up to $7,500. If I contribute $7,500, I get $1,500. If before making the contribution I had owed in, $1,500 to Indiana, I make that contribution, I owe nothing. So it's much better than a deduction. A tax credit is definitely preferable.
That made me think about something with tax credits. I'm wondering the psychology behind it, because it's like, why not, if someone makes a $7,500 deposit, why not just add $1,500 to their account?
Right, it'd be like a match, right?
Yeah, like, are tax credits really to try to get people to make sure they're filing their taxes, and giving them an incentive? Because I hear so much credit back, credit back, credit back.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's some psychology behind it, but I mean, everyone's used to like the child tax credit, and that's a nice benefit.
When you file your taxes.
Right, exactly. So yeah, the government sweetens the deal a little bit there and encourages you to take advantage of some of those things.
Yeah.
So certainly 529 accounts can be a wonderful tool to use. And then also those Trump accounts. So I mean, the Trump accounts, which will kind of go fully live midway through the year here, they certainly have some different tax implications than 529 accounts. But at the very least, it's going to make sense for most people to open up a Trump account to at least get that federal government $1,000 deposit that can go in there. So if your child is born anytime throughout the year, I believe from 2025 through 2028, you'll be eligible to get that $1,000 contribution from the government.
So that's like the criteria. If you have a child during that, or multiple children, I guess, you get a Trump account for each child.
Yes.
And is this something, once it is launched, is this something that people just go to their bank and say, hey, open up one of those Trump accounts?
It's there's going to be certain custodians that are being used for this. So I think they're still in the process of finalizing which custodians. They were even talking about using Robinhood or I think BNY Mellon at some point. So there will be certain custodians where this will be opened. I'm sure they'll have kind of a government website that directs you to that. But those Trump accounts, at the very least, opening it up and getting that $1,000 contribution makes sense. Whether additional contributions from the parents into that account make sense, or directing them to the 529 account can depend on the individual person, whether they're already maxing out the 529 accounts. There will be different scenarios to kind of determine where your future contribution should go. But that's a great way to start planning for education expenses or investing on behalf of your child ahead of time.
And I wonder, because I know the 529 account is so amazing. The first time you told me about it, I was like, oh my goodness, why aren't people using this more to be able to put in and not have to receive any type of taxes or penalties? But with a Trump account, I'm wondering if they work together, or do you just get the money from the Trump account and then put it in a 529? or is that account going to have the same benefit and the scope of focusing on the child through the longevity of it is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, the Trump account doesn't have the same requirements that it has to be used for education. Education is one of the things that, of course, the money can be used for, but the Trump accounts are a little bit broader, but also the tax benefits in the Trump account are just a little bit different than what they are in the 529 account, especially with Indiana kind of sweetening the deal with the 529s. Usually it tips towards being more beneficial for folks in Indiana to contribute to the 529 account. But oftentimes, when people open up the Trump accounts, it's going to make sense to get that $1,000 deposit from the government, have that money be invested, and then additional contributions could just go into the 529 account instead. So certainly all of that is really helpful planning for the kids. But I'd say probably even a priority above that is making sure that you're taken care of for your retirement planning as well. I mean, of course, we want to take care of the kids' education and all of that, but usually even a little bit higher on the priority list is making sure that you have the ability to retire at some point as a parent. And so we want to make sure that even when you have a kid, there's a lot of expenses that come up that are associated with that. We want to make sure that you're still able to sufficiently plan for retirement. And so we want to make sure you're contributing, 15% roughly, depending on somebody's financial plan, to their 401k or 403b at work. And then once that's satisfied, we can move on to some of those, secondary and tertiary criteria or goals for helping fund the kids' education.
Good. So basically, don't get all your money locked into the kids' account because you're so excited to plan for their college.
Exactly.
You still have to remember.
Need a good balance of both. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so the closer to rolling out these new Trump accounts, we'll have more information.
Yeah.
And is it going to be on the 250th birthday of America, also Trump's birthday, I'm assuming, when these will roll out?
I think it's going to be midway through the year. I think that we're talking about 4th of July is kind of their target for having everything rolled out. So I'm sure more information. We'll probably do another segment on it when we get closer to that.
Closer too. All right. Thank you, Caleb, as always.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, we'll have their website and their phone number listed below. You can contact them for more information. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors. I am here at Academy Sports and Outdoors, and I'm so thrilled to learn about their Summer of Fun that's taking place in celebration of America's 250th birthday. In addition, it is Dad Christmas here because you can come and shop for Father's Day. So today we're going to learn all about it and so much more. Let's do it. I'm now joined by Tyler Burleson, who is the logistics manager here at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Hey there, Tyler.
Hi, how are you doing?
How's it going? Good. Okay, so you all have so much that you are celebrating this year. As a whole, we're celebrating America's 250, and so you all are doing Summer of Fun.
Absolutely.
What is that all about?
Well, our Summer of Fun is exactly that. We want to bring fun to the entire community, to every family, and just get everybody outside enjoying this nice weather that we're finally getting.
Yes, finally, right? It's getting warmer. People are going to be outside more. Therefore, they need a lot of outdoor sporting equipment in which you sell here. But tell me about this Summer of Fun event that's taking place on May 31st.
Absolutely. So from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on May 31st, we're going to have a myriad of vendors out there from everywhere from Pit Boss and Blackstone, tons of fun events, fun games. You'll get to see some of us get dunked in dunk takes. We'll also be having a bike parade for any participant 10 years old and below. Please decorate your bikes or decorate them here just to enjoy that event.
I love that. So it's taking place outside. Is it right here in your parking lot?
Yep, absolutely. Everything will be right out front.
Okay, and of course people want to know, will there be food?
Of course, of course. Our at least Blackstone will definitely, their own reps will be
they're
cooking. You don't have to worry about me touching anything.
Yes, I love that. Okay, and this is just open to the community. You don't have to have tickets or register to come.
Absolutely, yeah. Open to anybody, even outside of Fort Wayne. Anybody who wants to come. We'll also be having discounts for anybody who wants to participate. Texting WANE to 22369 will get you 20% off of any purchase you make.
Okay, perfect. And that is WANE like the city, WAYNE. And speaking of grilling and having fun, I know that right now people are doing a lot of shopping for Father's Day. And so your store is packed for Dad Christmas, right?
Absolutely, yes, Dad Christmas. We have anything for any kind of dad, from fishing and grilling to hunting and camping, team sports dads, everything.
Yes, and so this area up front is also kind of highlighted some popular apparel and fun gifts that Dad can get.
Of course, absolutely. We have all of our custom Magellan t-shirts that are Academy exclusives with, of course, our Americana designs right now, getting prepped for the 250th birthday of America.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I see a lot of 4th of July themed items so people can come to get their flags, to get their celebration stuff. And so you have to give us a little tip about what's really just popular gift that's going on right now for Dad.
There's so many things that we have. Definitely all of our clothing. Our clothing is really big. We have really good deals on pretty much all of our grills right now, some as low as just $99.
Yeah, and in case someone hasn't heard of Academy Sports and Outdoors, you all are fairly new to the Fort Wayne area. Give us an overview of some of the items that you have here and ways that people can kind of shop for the whole family.
Of course. Everything, anything outdoors. So all of our team sports, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, anything definitely outdoors, hunting, grilling, fishing, camping, marine, kayaking. I know kayaking seems to be huge here in Fort Wayne.
Yes.
And we have an entire valley just for that.
Okay, just to name a few, right? I love it. Well, thank you so much for chatting and sharing about the Big 250 Summer of Fun that you all are having here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming.
And if you would like more information about Academy Sports and Outdoors, we'll have their website listed below. And remember, you get that special offer, 20% off your purchase by texting the number below, WANE to the number below. Okay, we'll have all that information for you, and we look forward to seeing you at their Summer of Fun. This segment sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.